Hey, beloved. I just finished a live that Dr. Kimani, if you remember, she is the person who hosted the panel discussion about the toxic workplace that I was on twice. There was a part one and part two. We actually met each other through Stephanie Perry, who is the co-founder of ExodUS Summit. And today is her 50th birthday. And Black women from all over are gathering to wish her happy birthday. She's in Fiji. She planned this trip for a while. She actually is a global nomad. She bops around the world. She has a home base in Delaware, a room in her family's home, but she's hardly ever there. She bops around the world. She house sits. She doesn't house sit. She started out as a house sitter, and she has a program called House Sitter School, teaching Black women how to house sit and use that as a means of traveling to places all over the world at a lower cost. And through house sitting, she has just kind of expanded, and now she and a woman named Rashida Dow have created the ExodUS Summit. And it's really thousands of Black women who are taking career breaks, going on sabbaticals, or moving outside of the United States wholesale, just living their lives. And there are pockets of them all over the world. There's a huge group in South Africa, in different parts of Mexico, in Portugal. I met a group of us, got together here in my hometown a few weekends ago, and there was actually someone who left here and moved to my home country, Jamaica, with her children, and has been living there for several years now and loves it, would never move back. And so she's opened up the idea, the reality that we can choose to leave the United States if we desire to. We don't have to live under a sense of being othered all the time, or a sense of being seen as less than, or being seen as if we don't need protection, being seen as being angry all the time, being seen as being strong all the time, being seen as being the aggressors. All of these things are things that I have personally faced as a Black woman in America, and so much more. And what Stephanie has done is allowed us to see that there are other places in the world where we can live and be treated much better. And so it's very liberating. And so anyway, I was invited to come on to a live while she's in Fiji. She actually celebrated in Fiji yesterday, because yesterday was July 5th there. And so a group of us got together and just gave her flowers. We have to really take every opportunity we can to let the people who positively influence our lives, let them know what they're doing for us, what they've done for us, and how their impact is spread through us to the people who are within our circles. So I'm going to put some links here to the ExodUS Summit and to some of Stephanie's videos. This is how I came to know her. My sister had been watching her videos for a long time. She has a lot of content on YouTube. That is one of her sources of income. And she also teaches on how to be successful in earning money on YouTube. And Leslie and I have taken advantage of some of that for our podcast. We have a podcast channel on YouTube, and it's doing really well. And so I met her through my sister. Well, I got to know about Stephanie through my sister, started watching her videos, and then when I went to Puerto Rico for the conference in January, I met Stephanie in person. I was fangirling her. I was in a breakout session during the conference, and she stood up to ask a question, and I could not believe it was her. I went over to her and introduced myself and told her, that we had just probably the episode that went live the week before mentioned her and had some links to her YouTube channel. So I told her that, and she said something like, "Girl, you got a podcast and you didn't invite me? You know I love to talk." And she did not have to ask me twice. I called my assistant and I asked her to send an email to Stephanie. Within the next 2 weeks, we scheduled time for her to come on our podcast, and it was actually one of our most successful podcast episodes. Over 10,000 views, probably 15 or more at this point. And so she's someone who is such a giver. She is unapologetic that she desires to live a life of ease. She finds the easiest way possible to get the things in life that she wants, and she's not apologizing for that. She rejects the notion of Black excellence and kind of striving and hustle, and your life being consumed through hustle culture. She's just given up on that, and she doesn't apologize for that at all. And even if you are someone who, doesn't fully embrace that, you can certainly move a bit out of some of the scripts that you have been living in, that you take on, that you believe that is the only way that we can exist in the world. It is not. It is not. And whatever ways that you choose to live, my encouragement to you is to consider that there are other possibilities. And if you desire those, give them a try. Dip your toe in the pool before you maybe jump off the cliff and soar in. Just dip your toe in the pool and see for yourself how expansive your life can be. You don't have to be bold, right? If that's not your thing, you don't have to be an extrovert. You can be an introvert and live a big, full life. And so as I still have Stephanie's energy coursing through me right now, I wanted to take a moment and make this video for you and to just tell you that I'm grateful for the interest that you have in the work that I do and the ways that I'm living my life. I'm encouraged by your messages, by your responses to my email, by your choice to become clients of mine, and giving me an opportunity to pour into you all the things that I've learned throughout my life and brought me to this place of just having a deep, deep well of joy that I draw from. I love you.